Hey, good morning, everyone. We're at it again. And wow, the exact same open. Exact same open from the last couple of days. Good morning to you, Paul. Hey, Roberta. Let's get our key levels going here. And hope that we can break out of this range. Morning, Neil. Broke through several key levels yesterday. So the market has widened its range a bit. Oh, this must be a newer chart. I don't have all the downside levels marked out. Not that we're necessarily going to get any movement down today. Very likely stay in this general vicinity that we have for the last couple weeks. Morning, Jonathan. Hey, Ed. Hey, Toad. Get Nasdaq ready as well. Got yesterday's low down there, yesterday's high above us. We're more or less in a range. Good morning, Julian. We got 30 seconds till the market opens. And as you know, for now, just range action. Small little bounce, small little uptrend currently in play. But not necessarily looking for it to continue. We'll see what the open brings us. Do have a nice little measured move up here, so could possibly see a drop. Bon dia to you, Archer. Hey, Joanne. Shada, Tom. It's good to see y'all. Yesterday was surprisingly good. There was actually a lot of setups yesterday. Good morning, Anna. We are starting to get a little bit of that drop as we would expect after that measured move up. EMA is holding so far, and for the first time in a long time, right off the open, the S&P and the Nasdaq are doing the exact same thing. So move up, EMA holding here. On NQ, move up, EMA holding here. So we're seeing the same price action out of both indices. That's pretty awesome. I am thinking this uptrend is played out though. If that was a bigger bearish bar, I'd be going short. I might still anyway. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Must, what's up? Good to see you this morning. Still kind of floating higher here. Still waiting for some sort of trend to develop. It's much too early to put a wide trend on the chart like this in this range structure, even though that could end up being legitimate. It's not something you want to trust. It doesn't have a high probability of success yet, but if we keep pushing up, get over that overnight high, that's when we might look at that pattern. NQ still kind of floating right here. This uptrend being played out, I think I am gonna perhaps put on a small short position, just a starter. I'm just gonna wait for a bearish bar though. If this bar turns around bearish, I will short it. But it did not. We're clearly pushing higher. We get a bearish bar here. I'm tempted to take a short. That one wasn't super strong. Looks like bulls are wanting to test that overnight high, so we'll see if we can break out of it or not. All right, here's a bearish bar. I'm going to put on just one starter contract here. Need to get some instant movement or I'll stop out. In fact, we're going to do a very, very small stop above that bar there. We don't want any part of this if it keeps going up. S&P looks like it wants to test the overnight high, so unfortunately we don't really have both markets working for us here. If I can scratch out of this, I might. Neil, no, I did explain a bit yesterday. My new strategy really, honestly, is all about the management. So there's not a real specific entry criteria. The whole idea is basically, look, retail traders lose not because their entries are bad, not because they don't have the right information, but it's because of how they manage the trades. They add to losers, cut winners short. So I'm essentially trying to reverse engineer that. So the entries are less important than how I manage it. My entries really can be as simple as I think it's going to go down here. I think it's going to go up here. Then the idea is if it goes against me, cut it right away. If it is in my favor, let it run and add to the position. So that's basically what I'm doing. Now, of course, I've been trading for a long time, so I have a lot of, price action knowledge, if you will. So I use that, to determine. I just basically the same trend rules that we've talked about. Hey, we're in an uptrend, let's go long. We're in a downtrend, let's go short. We're in a range, let's play the extremes. I mean, the stuff that we do every day, just adding a different management to it. So yeah, it's been something that I've been testing in the background for a while, and the results have been surprisingly good. So I know people are interested in seeing the process, so figured I would do it in front of everyone. Could be a learning experience. Maybe we'll discover something brand new together. It does look like ES right at this resistance level. We'll see if they can break through. If we do and we hold that breakout, I'll be looking for a long. Trying another short on Nasdaq with this uptrend being played out. Not willing to let it go any higher than that. It is possible that we have a wider uptrend, and if this one doesn't work, I'm going to stop trying to short. As always, just starting with one contract and building to a larger position. And the ES does look like it wants to push higher, so that is giving me a little pause on this Nasdaq trade. But that's why we start with one contract. I literally don't care at all if it loses, because one winner, you guys saw the a winner yesterday, it makes up for a lot of losers, so it's not really a big deal. ES does feel like it's going to make a leg higher here. Yep, so I'll be done shorting. Clearly bulls have somewhere to be this morning. I still don't like that wider trend though. Yeah, starting to break out a little bit. Again, if we can stay above that level, I'll be looking for a long. Big push up here. As long as we stay above that overnight high, I'll be looking for longs. NQ is right at that resistance level. Let's see if it can also break out. Yes, we're just looking for a second entry long, so looking for this to pull back. We want the EMA and that key level to hold. Get two legs there, one leg here, bounce up, second leg. We want all of this to hold. If it does, that is going to be our chance to go long. ES still holding up. NQ still hasn't broke out yet, so still watching. It probably will, given ES's actions. ES looks a little bit better for a setup here, because it has already cleared the level. All right, very strong uptrend here. So on my test strategy, I'm going to be looking to buy probably on any little pullback. Sellers, not a whole lot of got going on this morning. Very likely to come test yesterday's high, so I'm going to bank on that, start building a position. But I do want to wait for a little bit of a pullback. NQ also broke that overnight high level, so I'll be looking to go long on that too. Come on, baby. Let's get that pullback already. And as always, we do not want to see a steep pullback, right? We don't want to see stacked red bars slicing through the EMA. We want to see a gradual move back. It's going to present us the best opportunity. Does look like we're about to get our pullback. It's looking like a pretty decent pullback, not too steep and aggressive. See if we can get all the way back to the 21. Shoot, not getting there. See if we can pull back a little bit. Oop. Try to get a better fill. See the second test, see what happens. Home sales in 5 minutes. Thank you, Jonathan. I don't think home sales is going to do much, to be honest, but yeah, probably a good idea to be flat through that. Bummer. I really like this trend. I think we pretty likely to continue higher. But yeah, I'll probably wait till home sales is done. Man, we could get a really nice second entry here, but coming right on the news. Trading below the 21. Not a great looking pullback anymore. We got news now in just about a minute. Nasdaq does look a little bit stronger here. It has not pulled back as deep. All right, here's the home sales number here. And I'm looking to see what it is. Right on forecast. Predicting 4.06 million, and that's exactly how it came in. So I don't think this is going to cause a big spark either way. Looking to possibly go long on the Nasdaq if we get back to the 21. ES dropping a little bit though. We're below that EMA right now. All right, I like that bar good enough. We're going to go long. Give it plenty of room. In Q, I'm also looking to take a long here. Want to see a bullish bar. Little inside bar. I'll put on a position. Also giving it some room to still hold that overnight high as support. Back on ES, let's just monitor this. Keep it at just one contract. Unless we start pushing higher, then I can add to it. Nice, there's a little push up. If this bar closes green, I'll add to it. Bar needs to close strong for me to add here. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep it at one contract. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a bar or two. You only want to add when you really have confirmation that it's going your way. See, this is looking better. A little follow through right there. That's why you wait for a bar close. That didn't look great. But that's the good thing about starting small and building a position, right? Regular position size is about 3 contracts. So you start with one, it doesn't, you're not going to have, doesn't matter if it moves against you a little bit. Aim small, miss small, yeah. Exactly. So see, now we're below the EMA. Not confirming. I'm going to let this bar finish. If it finishes bullish, we'll still be in. If it finishes bearish, we'll cut it. See, that's a nice finish if it stays there. That's good enough for me to hold it. I don't like that bearish reversal bar. We'll get out of this thing. It might give us another chance to enter. Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to think that too, Archer, that we'll probably come down and completely test the breakout area. Or going up. So we'll watch for that level, see what happens there. Yeah, it doesn't seem buyers are too motivated to push this thing up just yet. As we've talked about, we really don't have any catalysts. And we're very soon going to be getting into dead till the Fed territory. The FOMC rate released next week. Put on another contract. Decent bullish push here. after the downtrend possibly played out. Not willing to let this one go under that swing, so we'll trade this one real tight. Nope. Going back down to that support. So that'll be the next line in the sand. We'll see how it holds. Right now, seller's looking pretty aggressive. See what they can do here. Pretty solid push down here, guys. All right, this will be the last attempt here. Need to get above the EMA. If we get above the EMA and start getting some higher lows, I'll add to it. Not going to unless that happens. And again, perfectly okay with a loss. Winners are like 10 times bigger than the losers, so it's no problem. That's just a mindset issue you have to work through. Get over the pain of losing. Because if the maths, it doesn't matter. Come on, buyers. You know you want to go test a new high. Let's go. Could have waited on this until we got above the EMA. That might have been a better idea than playing that initial bounce on support. Not looking great for us here. Do I take NQ confluence into consideration? For sure. For sure. That's actually something that's given me some more confidence on this trade, is that NQ is currently above the EMA. So tech strong. Giving me a little staying power on ES here. No dice. So that's all right, guys. It's gonna happen. Not worried about it. I'm pulling up my news feed though. Just I realized I don't have that up. Don't want to get caught in a news move. But all that being said, it does look like this downtrend possibly has an overshoot, so we could see a bounce here. Tempting to take that long on the overshoot there, but I'm gonna let it slide. I've already taken enough paper cuts. Don't need to add more to it. But if we get above the EMA, I'll look for that to continue. Watching, of course, this overnight high level. If we stay below that, range is the most likely result. Which makes sense anyway, guys. We're in a news vacuum. Market's going to be waiting for next week. There's no more econ releases. Home sales already wasn't going to be a big one, but especially after the number, right on schedule. Nothing for the market to consider really. So far, overshoot not producing a correction in the other towards the top there. So it may just be a wider downtrend. Not a strong bias today. Nice looking move up that didn't get any follow through. Now we're back in the range. But with this nice downtrend, we can consider a short entry. Looking to see what happens around the 21 here. We have the first leg of a pullback, one attempt down. A second leg of a pullback here. We'll be looking for a bearish bar. See if we can get it. Maggie Mina, thank you. Appreciate that feedback. Looking for some rejection. So far, we're not getting it. And I hope it's not one of those days where we're just V-shaped reversals left and right. See how this bar closes. May consider it if it closes below the 21. But it did not. So now we'll need to see a push below and a lower high there. Thank you, Maggie. Yeah. You know, I could be more energetic, honestly, but I'm on Pacific time, so it's 6:30 in the morning over here when the market opens. I don't have the energy to be one of those loud trading guru characters. Maybe if we did an afternoon stream, you'd see me a little bit more energetic, but it's early over here, man. But yeah, also this, you know, I'm not trying to create a entertainment show. I'm trying to help people learn to trade. Oof, getting whippy. Not seeing anything on the news feed hitting. But man, buyers really stepped up here. But we may get that new high after all. You live in Seattle? Okay. Nice. I'm in the Portland area, so we're pretty close to each other. Ed saying keep your blood pressure under 210. Always helpful. Always helpful for trading to keep that blood pressure down. Nice little push up. Still got a uptrend in play. So I'd be down for a little second entry long. Pull back here. EMA holding. Take that to a new high. For Zumba jam sessions. Nice. Nice. That's what we need to do. Market open. Let's do a Zumba class together. That'd be funny. All right, people. Well, today, I don't even know what to say about today. It is some weird price action. A lot of reversals happening. So yeah, watch for that. But right now, currently, bulls look like they are starting to take over a little bit. So we're back above that overnight high area. Kind of looks like the market might want to make a second leg of this trend off the open. So watching for that, I would look for a chance to get long here. Toad asking, is the Discord easier to manage in real time than YouTube? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, basically, look, I don't want to be on camera all day, honestly. That's like I started trading for the freedom for not having to have a job, right? And be like, oh man, I got to be on camera for 6 hours or something. That's just heck no. So yeah, that's a big part of it. But doing a little bit of live streaming in the morning on YouTube is fun. I like it. I like hanging out with you guys. Just don't want to do it all day. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, watch for the long here. We're pulling back to the EMA. If this can hold, and we get a second entry, we can get a solid setup, and we can even take it all the way to this high. So that's what I'd be watching for. But we've had a lot of reversals, so just be cautious. This thing could have another leg down for all we know. So yeah, keep it tight. Don't blow your accounts on a day like today. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.